Good evening. Today, indeed, is a very, very special evening for me personally. To have, first and foremost, Professor Sharma, right, who has had the largest impact on me since I was 20 years old. I'll give my age away, it's 44 years. And Dr. Mashelkar, in my personal life, I got to know him in the 90s. And both these personalities have influenced my thinking and are responsible for some of the outcomes that Reliance has achieved. And that is why I want to start with my deep respects to Professor Sharma, because we are our dynamic education minister, Shri Chandrakant Dada Patilji, is here. And good evening to all the distinguished guests, my fellow members on the dais, members of the scientific community, dear colleagues from industry, and above all, good evening to the wonderful Mashelkar family. Vaishali ji, Shruti, Amay, Sushil, right? All of you are behind this celebration of celebrating Dr. Mashelkar. So I join all of you in honoring an extraordinary Indian scientist for his unique achievement. 54 honorary doctorates, 54. Right? And for most people like me, like even when I was finishing my MBA, my father called me and said, "Jaldi se aaja, otherwise I'll find somebody else." And I dropped 1 quarter and joined him. So to get 1 degree is difficult, and Dr. Mashelkar has earned like these as if they are like some frequent flyer flying miles in terms of where he goes, so effortlessly. When I congratulate him on these PhDs, right, he always like, I initially started, but like after his 50th or something, he'll say, "Arey Mukesh, but the real work is yet to begin. Ye sab hote rehta hai, but let's do the real work." And that is how I have seen, we work very, very closely over the last 2 or 3 decades now. And for me, Dr. Mashelkar is like that proverbial rich tree laden with fruits, which always bends low. He is humility personified. I have seen it. Even when a young chemical engineer asks him anything in our meetings, I will thump the table, but he will say, "Acha, samjhao," like he will look at it. And I think that I continuously learn in every single interaction with him. Friends, in Dr. Mashelkar's life journey, I see the journey of modern India. A young boy studying under street lights grows up to illuminate the scientific imagination of an entire nation. All he had in his childhood was really his mother, Srimati Anjani ji's love and his own steely determination and diligent efforts. Otherwise, think of a Maharashtrian boy studying under street lights with nothing to become what he has become today. He has risen from scarcity to global respect. In his books and speeches, he has often described Indian society as an iceberg where most people live below visible surface. And he always says, our challenge as scientists, entrepreneurs, and innovators is to lift this iceberg above the surface so that everyone can have the quality of life they deserve. And this really is common between Professor Sharma, Dr. Mashelkar, and my father. And, my father, Dhirubhai, founded Reliance with the sole aim of saying we must develop the quality of life of India. India and Indians must move forward. And that is what the purpose of Reliance was. Today, we are in a new India. This new India is an India full of young dreamers. Millions of dreams are becoming a reality in India itself. And not, as Professor Sharma said, by chasing them in foreign lands. We are doing it in our own country. And Dr. Mashelkar also says that ये यही मुमकिन है, we will do it in India. And he has done this in CSIR, in rebuilding world-class scientific ecosystem, in defending India's traditional knowledge in the global patent battles, in advising governments and corporates on innovation. And above all, for me, in building Reliance as a science and deep tech-led country. I go back to mid-90s when he talked to us at that time from Government of India Science Technology. I still remember Ajay, Swati, they were all around and I called him even then Doc, and he said, Doc, I told him that Doc, I want Reliance to become a truly innovative company. We are good in project execution. Professor Sharma always tells me that you buy technology, right? When will you make your own technology? And that is how our association started. And if I give credit on vision, I think that bulk of Reliance's vision, I have always validated with Professor Sharma. He has corrected it. And for the record, right, it has been royalty free. The only royalty that has happened is we see the smile on our face. But every single thing that we've done, right, he has spent hours and hours. And after that, with Dr. Mashelkar, he has really been involved hands-on with us in terms of from the trenches. And over the last 2 decades, he has been very much an integral part of what Reliance has achieved. And I can say today with great pride that we have over 100,000 technical professionals in Reliance out of our 550,000 people. All of them, right, are now at the threshold of really being a deep innovation, deep tech, science-led company. And that is what Dr. Mashelkar has contributed to Reliance. I told him that if we want to, I will take 3 hours to really enunciate his contribution to Reliance. I just want to share with this audience. When we started, he was the first to really bring in the Reliance Innovation Council, where we brought in a lot of Nobel laureates, global thinkers to really talk to our people in terms of saying, what does local innovation mean? And this we started in the year 2000. It was his idea, right? And that Reliance Innovation Council with grassroots capabilities in Reliance have now spread and they have become a movement. They are now basically our culture. Many years ago, right, he told me that Reliance must become a deep tech company. It should be different from those in the other advanced countries. The formula he suggested then, it was slightly different from more for less for more, was extreme affordability. And I still remember Gandhian engineering. His latest book, which we are going to inaugurate today, More from Less for More, and Produce More, using the latest technology with less natural resources and financial resources to benefit more and more people, is nothing but a philosophy that I have seen him practice for the last 30 years. I still remember when India sent its space mission, he had mentioned to me that, look, India has sent a rocket to the Mars for less than the cost of a Hollywood movie. This is what Indian corporates should do with self-reliant efforts to offer products and services of the highest quality to improve lives of common Indians. I think that at Reliance we've taken his vision, and we are always grateful for you to actually implement, and we've done this beyond the area of chemical engineering. So Geo is a classic example where you were on my board. There were lots of disbelievers in Geo for many years in terms of saying, and today, in my view, it has catapulted India into the digital mainstream of the world. In terms of where we are, if we want to lead digital, I think the idea of us being the lowest data and with the world entering the intelligence age, right? Geo lays that foundation. Thank you for really describing the Geo story in this book, Doc. Now, one of the things that Professor Sharma, myself, particularly my father, believed in was that if India imports 80% of its energy, we can never become rich. Whatever else we do, we have to solve these issues. And I can say that, like, when we started, Dr. Mashelkar again said, with everything, one good thing is that age actually increases in his energy. Whenever I tell him we want to do this, he says, yes, from tomorrow I'm putting 24 hours on it, and we will have many conference calls and do it. So he set up a new energy council, which we set up a few years ago. I can say that with great confidence, with the people and the work that we have done, is that we are at the doorsteps of solving local energy, of not using solar only as a 4-hour fuel. We can use solar to really solve some of the problems that India has to solve for a long time. And I will always be grateful to you to make sure that, like, you have laid the foundation and we will show the way as to how we can make green and clean energy available in abundance and affordable way with green fuels to not only India but most of the world. And that will be the best tribute that we can pay for this path of less for more. He has taught us all to see Reliance not as an industrial company, but as a deep tech and science company for which you are the only one who can take credit, and I will always be grateful. My dear friends from the business community, I must mention one more thing I have learned from Dr. Mashelkar. One day he told me, Mukesh, technology without compassion is just machinery. Technology with compassion becomes a social movement. I have reflected a lot upon this. The world is full of intelligent people. Now the world also has entered a new era of artificial intelligence. And of course, we need AI. We must become world leaders in AI. But above all, we need empathy and compassion even more. By combining intelligence with empathy, prosperity with purpose, India can present a new model of development to the rest of the world. Dear friends, there are two more qualities that all of us, and especially young Indians, should learn from this proud son of India. And both these qualities seem to grow with his age. One, as I said, is his passion. Whenever he talks, whether he's talking to politicians, businessmen, young students, young employees at Reliance, he is always passionate and in the moment. His other quality is his keen and tireless pursuit of knowledge. He is a true Gyan Yogi, a lifelong learner, and he generously shares his learning. He is all the time sharing his knowledge, his rich experience with the IITs, IIMs, and even small local colleges. This is because he wants India to become a nation of world-class universities and research institutions. Dear friends, as we honor Dr. Mashelkar on his almost unparalleled achievement, I wish to share with you another important reflection. He is the best known bridge between the scientific community and the business community. But India needs more bridge builders like him. We need much stronger integration of Indian business with Indian universities and research institutions. This is how India can become a deep tech superpower. An India where AI, quantum, synthetic biology, advanced materials, space technologies, healthcare solutions, and new agricultural practices are invented through the joint efforts of our scientists, enterprises, with the right government policies, and our young entrepreneurs always create less for more. Dear Doc, I am sure that this has been your lifelong dream. You have ignited millions of Indian minds with your words and deeds. Your life tells every Indian child, it doesn't matter where you start. What matters is how big you dream, how hard you work, and how deeply you care. On behalf of all of us at Reliance, on behalf of this audience, and on behalf of a grateful nation, thank you, Dr. Mashelkar, for inspiring India. Thank you for inspiring us. And thank you for shaping a future where India will not just join the world, but lead it. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating one of India's greatest sons, Dr. Raghunath Anand Mashelkar. Let us all give him a thundering applause. And thank you, sir, for being an inspiration to business. Thank you and Jai Hind.